you.
Agreeing to do this interview. There are a lot of questions and a lot of myths related to yoga, but I thought we can start on a slightly personal note. And let me ask you, how did yoga transform your life, if at all?
Yes, uh, you know, I was fortunate to have started yoga with my Guruji, Sri B.K. Iyengar. My father, who was suffering from ankylosing spondylosis, met Guruji, and you know, Guruji was instrumental in changing his life. And obviously, yoga became a part of our life thanks to my father, whom we saw, experienced what it is to actually have yoga in one's life as a tool to transform one's life. You know, yoga comes from the Sanskrit word yuj, to unite. So the important thing is how to understand its uniting potentials within oneself. As I was mentioning in the classes here in Reading, that normally people only go by the demonstrative aspect of what, that it is moving the body, but they fail to see the essential aspect, that what it does to something within us, how it helps us to unite the disparate forces inside us, like body, mind, breath, how it helps them to talk to each other and in a way help us to use this united force within us for our betterment. So, when people talk of doing asanas through the body, they may think that it is only trying to access the body. It is not that. You are trying to see when you are doing something with the body, just as I said earlier, that the mind, when it's upset, it disturbs the body. If you are having grief in the mind, you cannot eat even a full meal properly. So similarly, why not explore how the body can influence the mind in some way? So there is always that interaction between body and mind, mind and body, breath and mind, breath and body, body and breath. So in the practice of yoga, essentially you are exploring these aspects of body interactions with the mind, mind interactions with the body, breath interactions with the mind, breath interactions with the body. So it becomes a unique aspect which is very important for the human being today, to explore these connections so that one knows how to lead a full life. Because if you're a sports person, you're using the body, but you're not getting the the sensations. You're not listening to the sensations which are coming from the body. For example, if I have an artificial arm, for some reason, if I have I've had an accident and I have an artificial arm, yes, my brain can send signals to the arm, but I'm not able to receive the signals back from the arm into the brain. So here, similarly, in the demonstrative aspects of the body, like for example, if I'm a sports person, I'm able to make the body to do certain things, but I'm not listening to what the body is giving me the feedback, where it is exploring, where it is not able to touch. So this is very important aspect of the practice of asana, which people have overlooked. They just see it as body explorations. So as I was saying, that the arm, supposing I have an artificial arm, I can send the sensation to my arm, but I am not able to get the sensations back from that arm. So similarly here, the sports person can use the body, but he's not listening, he's not getting the sensations back to listen to the body. So when we do different asanas, it is not just the doing aspect that a practitioner, a real practitioner, tries to access, but he also tries to listen to what the body is, the body intelligence is sending him, what message the body intelligence is sending to the mind. So that is why he becomes a good receiver. The mind can receive, not just an actor. So these, interpolations, these exchanges between body and mind and body, between mind and breath, help one to understand their potentials. If you only consider the body through the body, eyes of the body, then it is one potential. But if you consider the body through the eyes of the mind, it's another potential. Similarly, the mind, through the eyes of the mind, it is one potential. When the mind feels frustrated, when the mind feels depressed, you need to get the help of the body, because like I said, the body intelligence can also change the mind stuff. The breath can help you to overcome certain mental deficiencies, mental tendencies, because normally our bodies and minds are either in the past or the future, tremendously. Very difficult for us to be in the moment. So the body, we carry a lot of baggage. We carry a lot of baggage in our minds because, the body has age. The mind obviously has an age. But the breath is fresh every moment. So when you use the breath aspect within you, you are quickly overcoming the baggage of the body and mind. So in this way, it helps you to understand the explorations that we have, such a wide array of explorations that we have in yoga practices, right from yama niyama to dharana dhyana.
What is the purpose of yoga?
Yoga, the purpose of yoga, like I said, is to help you to enter the world inside you. As the Vedanta says, that, there is samadhi. The end is samadhi, self-realization. So the important thing is to look within the self, what it is made up of, how, and the objective self and the subjective self are quite different. So the important thing is that just as samadhi has sabija samadhi and nirbija samadhi, that is seedless samadhi and seedful samadhi. Similarly here in the asana also, there can be sabija asana and nirbija asana. So one takes the help of certain guidelines, certain props, certain help, certain reference points to help one to go deeper into this embodiment, this universe inside. Because if I tell you now to look within, it is very abstract. But if I tell you to stretch your arms, if I tell you to position your muscles in such a way that you can access different things inside you, because if I just tell you to take your arms, you are not able to, go beyond the arms. So you have to try to understand the intelligence of how to, through the arms, how to enter the self. So that is what it means to enter from different foundations. So yoga is to help one to access the entire universe inside us, very importantly. So it's a very important tool, for children. They learn from their bodies. We directly, in the education of today, we directly try to give them the information in the mind. But as children not only learn from the mind, they also learn through their bodies very fast. If you tell a child to do a back bend, the child will do very quickly. But if you call an adult and tell an adult, please, can you do a back bend? That adult will tell you, wait, first listen to my medical history. So there is a lot of baggage which we have accumulated, which as adults we carry. But the child is still innocent in that sense. The way the child uses the body and mind is very different from how adults have ended up using their bodies and minds. So one is to learn from different phases and try to see how that can be used as a base to build up the intelligence within us.
What are the unique aspects of what goes in the name of Iyengar Yoga?
Yes, just as I said, Iyengar is the name of my Guruji, Shri B.K. Iyengar. So it is not that, even our Guruji often said that it is not Iyengar Yoga. Iyengar is my name. Yoga is yoga. It's an exploration. But we as students of Guruji, out of respect, because of the way to give respect to the way he practiced the tradition, and at the same time how he was innovative to expand that tradition. So out of respect for that, we say that this is Iyengar Yoga. But actually, it's not Iyengar Yoga. It's an integrated way of his practice to experience himself, which actually he brought about. So when someone says that, I'm doing this yoga or I'm doing that yoga, it's a very shallow way of looking at it, because they are only considering the titles, the labels. Just as within us, what is the this of my body? Just for a label, we can say this is the body. But the body is the container of so many things. Similarly here, don't go by the names, that this is Ashtanga Yoga or this is Iyengar Yoga. It is what you have to build up in different phases of your life. When you're a small child, when you're young, you can do certain things. But when you're in different phases of life, that when you have a back problem, when you have arthritis, when you're pregnant, when you have certain conditions in life, how will you do the practice? How will you be able to explore once again the intelligence inside? So the important thing is to consider not, what brand of yoga are you doing, but with what integrity are you expanding the consciousness inside you. So that, I feel, is a more important thing. And to guide the next generation, we should tell them that yoga is this tool, not this yoga or that yoga. Yoga is this tool by which you can access the body, mind, breath inside you, and to live a more fuller life.
You have learned so much from your Guruji. Is there anything that stands out for you that is very precious to you?
Everything, the most important thing is what we learned from Guruji is this integration in every moment of his life. For him, yoga was not just in the class. Even this, when we are sitting outside, for him, that was part of his yogic explorations. So it is not that yoga ended when the class ended. So this to see for us was very inspirational. That's why as a teacher also, when I teach even beginners, I try to show them not just the ABCD, but also the end, what the end should be. So that, I feel, was very inspirational to see in Guruji. If I'm
Conversation, any major myth that you want to dispel regarding yoga, because there are so many myths.
correct. The most important, actually, myth is that, the postures, asanas, are physical, and, dharana, dhyana is, something to do with the mind. Well, everything can be an exploration. You can use the body to explore the mind. You can use the mind to explore the body. So this myth that, postures are physical is very important for, us to dispel for the next generation. Because otherwise, they will not know that what are the potentials of posture. Because even generally, you're in a posture. Every moment of your life, you're in a posture. But how to evolve the posture? So it is not just to do it, but how to evolve it. So supposing I stretch my arms. So I've done it. But now I have to find out, how do I touch my back body? So how I have to evolve? How do I have to lift my chest? How I have to expand my diaphragm? So the question is not just to do. Supposing I'm doing, my chest is dropped. So that means I'm not evolving my posture. So this very important to, correct for the next generation is that the asanas have deeper potentials to access your mind, yourself, your breath, everything within you.
What according to you is self-realization?
In the Yoga Sutras, the dharana, okay, which is concentration. So concentration means like this camera, to fix, to focus on a certain point within you. So one starts with that. Then in dhyana, the next phase, you open out, okay, the walls completely to let, for example, if there is a light in a room, that is dharana. But supposing you break the walls and let the light expand, okay, beyond its perimeter. So that is to expand the consciousness, to take in the whole self. And samadhi, as we say, it is realization. Samadhi cannot be taught to someone. You can be taken, you can be shown the steps, but ultimately it's for you to explore those potentials within you to reach the highest phase of understanding what it is to, let me give you an example in another way. Deshabandha chittasya dharana, correct? That is in a certain spot of the body. When you talk of samadhi, okay, it is not for another person to see how much you have realized within yourself. It is for you yourself to be exploring. That's why I said in the class that you're not competing with someone else to see how much longer you can do. Today we have something like Yoga Olympics, which is competing that who is doing better. But here, when you look within, subjectively when you go within, all these barriers of trying to compete with someone else stops. So most importantly, how you are subjectively feeling yourself in the moment, that is more important. And that I feel for the next generation, to take them closer to that is very important.
Last question.
Yes.
What is your advice to yoga teachers?
Is to practice, in a more integrated way. Before they teach others, they should know how to teach themselves more deeply. There is a beautiful line of Bruce Lee, this Kung Fu master. So he said that I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once. I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. So before yoga teachers are ready to teach someone else, I feel they should have touched themselves 10,000 times to have removed and know what is the seed of fear inside them. And then they can be in a position to give that same confidence to another being outside them. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.